Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video talking about game week 46 for NBA Sorare. I entered four lineups today, so we'll go over those, then go over the value as always, and build some lineups in this one. A little Top Shot update. The leaderboard for rookies is heating up. You can see Kessler all the way up to $52. Checking out on Evaluate XYZ. This price went from $10 all the way to the 50s. A slow climb up, but definitely pretty good to see, especially from these rookies. Another cool thing you can do on Evaluate is look at the leaderboard for each moment. So Dewey has 77 of these for a value of $4,000. Someone else has 42, but 77 is definitely a good amount. So pretty cool to see for the leaderboards. Also follow me on Playback TV. Just got signed up here. Going to start streaming some games. You can watch real NBA games here, so we can get some sweats for Sorare. Top shot challenges, sports betting, prop bets, things like that over here. So follow me there. I'll be linked to the top of the description. For this one, going over the reviews of my lineups, really hard to win on Sorare right now. This seems like a pretty decent lineup. I mean, McCollum at a 36 cap or whatever it was did pretty well. Matthews at a 9 did well. Dort at a 20 something did well. Dedmon at a 7 did okay. Zubac didn't do the best, but didn't even come close to cashing with this, which is pretty crazy. Four of my five guys hit higher than their cap. Also over here, Covington went off for a 51. Okongwu went off for a 40. The rest of the guys had average games. Didn't even come close in that one either. This one didn't really come close either. And in the limited underdog, had some good games from McGowens and Richardson and Nance. But Powell really let me down on this one with a 7. Crazy. He hasn't been playing minutes with some of their guys back. All right, so let's get into some value for this week now. I mean, as always, we can target these Spurs guys. They're going to continue to play. A lot of these guys are going to rest. Sandro here, still just a 23 cap. We saw a lot of Zach Collins this week, but still 28 minutes, 30 Sorare points. Bates Diop here, a 20 cap. He's making pretty good value for this week. Again, hit a 27, 32. So definitely target some Spurs guys. The Hornets guys, they could be getting some of their guys back, but seems like we could get at least one game where, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Oubre are out. You could go to McGowens again at a 7 cap. He had a pretty good game at a 21. His cap was like 5 last week. You could look to Cody Martin if he's back. He has just a 15 cap. He's injured right now, but could return. A big one this week was Teo Maledon. He only has a super rare apparently right now. Hit a 41, pretty crazy score for Maledon when Dennis Smith Jr. didn't play. And either one of Mark Williams or Nick Richards is going to be sitting out, which is pretty crazy. So you're really only going to get one game from them, but you could go to, as a big man, it's going to be Kai Jones. His cap should be fairly low, 10 cap still, and he hit you a 25 and a -1. So Kai Jones, I don't think he's going to be resting like the other guys. Will play backup minutes. If one of them gets in foul trouble, he's really the only option there. You could look back to some Blazers. So Keon Johnson's probably going to be out now too. So Ryan Archidinak, a 7 cap. He looks pretty good. He's been struggling. He didn't play versus the Kings. It was really weird. They had a 7-man rotation, so they could change it up come Friday. But someone who looks really good is going to be Nasir Little. His cap's just 13. He could hit some big scores at 34, as well as Jabari Walker, who was one of the 7 guys to play in the game, hit a 21 at a 7 caps, so definitely some value still with the Blazers. And then the last team that we're going to look to target is going to be the Wizards. Beal, Kuzma still going to be out. Could go to Kispert, assuming his cap's not too high. 22, maybe a little too high to get some really good value, but Jordan Goodwin has been good at a 13 cap. Hit a 38, huge score. And then actually another guy is the rookie. They're starting to play a lot more, and Johnny Davis. Just an 8 cap. He got 29 minutes, hit a 27, and 23 minutes, hit a 19. So he's been really good as well. And then I'm going to give you guys a few star players that have some low caps. So Ja's cap's just 42 right now. after, a slow start coming back where he got 34, 34, 41, kind of drove his cap down a bit. He definitely has the potential to get you in the 60s or even 70s, and so rare score at a 41 cap is pretty good. The Darius Garland's cap has come way down to a 34, one of the lowest we've seen in quite a while for him after some games where he struggled, but he could definitely hit some big scores, and if it just happens that Mitchell sits out a game, he is really in line for some big games and had a good cap. Another guy that's seen a lower cap is DeJounte Murray at 34, and he hit a 50 in his last game, so definitely could get you some big scores. And they play by the FanDuel rule, so you get the 3 points for his steals, and DeJounte usually has some games where he can get like 3, 4, 5 steals, which really take him over the edge. So those are the guys I'm targeting this week. Let's go build some lineups. Let's start with the pickup lineup, and we're going to use Luka as our captain spot. And then we're going to go to DeJounte Murray, who I just talked about, and Ja Morant, and then build around this. We got 22 now, so let's see if we can get some value. I'm going to go to Johnny Davis here at an 8 cap, which leaves me with 36, and we can get to another good guy. We could get to Darius Garland here, who we talked about as well, or we could go up to like Claxton, but I think I'm going to go Garland. I like this. So 3 of those value guys we talked about of good players, plus Luka, plus Johnny Davis. Hopefully he can get us something in the 20s again, maybe even a 30, and this should be a pretty good lineup. We got a limited contender game here. We're going to go to Jaren Jackson with 2 games instead of McCollum this week. Or some value, you're going to go to Bryce McGowens. And we could look to Doughton. He hit a 29 and an 11 at an 8 cap, which is pretty good. And we could maybe get some guys resting for the Raptors again this week. So I'm going to throw Doughton in there. That leaves us with 27. And with 27, we could get to Lou Dort. And now we got 30. We could get to any of these guys. I mean, Zubats has been struggling pretty mightily. And Okongo's had some big games, so for me, it's really between Zubats and Okongo. I think I'll go Okongo here for now just because Zubats has been struggling, and that's going to be my limited contender. Actually, a guy I wanted to fit in here that I didn't mention in the value section was Robert Covington. So I think what we could do here is take out Dort, put in Covington, and then see what we have 11 left. I could get to Barlow here, and I think we're going to could actually do something like this where we get to Barlow, McGowens, Covington, and then we can get McCollum in here with Jaren Jackson. So I actually like this. I think that's going to be pretty good. And that's going to do it for my lineup builds for this week. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Playback here. We could be streaming some games this week or next week, so definitely follow me there. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to be streaming. You can follow me on Twitter for updates of when I'm going to be streaming, and also I do tweet out so rare value. So last week I tweeted out Javon Carter, Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith right before lock. So definitely follow me there to get more picks closer to lock, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.